Today on Titans Sports Recap, women's soccer finishes out their regular season against the Anteaters. We sit down with Athletic Director Jim Donovan, and it's Titan on Titan as the Fullerton Athletics go head-to-head in the annual talent show. All this and so much more on Titans Sports Recap. Hello and welcome to today's episode of Titan Sports Recap. We bring you back-to-back shows of all the coverage of your Fullerton Athletics. I'm Kaylee Krish.
And I'm Garshpal Sangha. After playing 7 conference games, women's soccer is in 3rd place in the conference standings after a draw with Long Beach State this past Thursday. In the regular season finale, the Titans try to seek to control their own fate with the win. We take you to Irvine, California, where the Titans are pumped up while UC Irvine is celebrating their senior day. Speaking of defense early, the whole game, Lindsay Maricic was tested. She would have a total of 5 saves. She kept battling as Irvine had a total of 9 shots in the game. Titans offense came out strong in the first half, as they had 6 shots in the period, 2 shots on goal for the game, but they couldn't connect with the goalpost. Remember when I said Maricic was tested? Oh yeah. Maddie Flo delivers a corner kick to Natalia Letsema, and she heads it in for a goal, for a 1-goal lead, and that is her 6th of the season. The Anteaters will win the game by a score of 1-0. Head coach Damian Brown will keep his team prepared if they get the tournament bid.
The first thing is, at the end of the season, we have a lot of girls who are carrying now heavy legs and some little injuries, and so we got to shore those things up. And then, again, as we have all season long, really kind of focus on how we're scoring goals. Obviously, I think defensively we're doing a very good job, but we have to be better in front of the goal.
Beating Long Beach State and UC Davis defeating UC Santa Barbara, the Titans claim the 4th and final seed in the Big West tournament. They will face the number 1 seed Cal Poly Mustangs on Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Halloween.
On the road this past week, Titan Volleyball visited Northridge for a Halloween night match, totaling their 2nd lowest hitting percentage of .062 and only 29 kills. The Titans fell to the Matadors in 3 sets, giving them their 5th loss in a row. They headed up to UC Davis looking to break their losing streak and get their 2nd win of the season against the Aggies. Fullerton went down 2-0, but made a comeback, sending the match into the 5th set. The Titans went up 14-10 and were 1 point away from snapping their losing streak. But the Aggies rallied back, taking the 5th set for the win, handing the Titans their 6th loss in a row.
Men's soccer were in Irvine Saturday night for a game against the Anteaters. After a scoreless first half, the Titans went down 2-0 in the second half, with the goal in the 51st and the 73rd minute of play. Titans junior Mark Vasquez narrowed the lead to 2-1 in the 85th minute off a free kick into the upper left corner, but the Titans couldn't get another into the back of the net as UCI outshot Fullerton 16-9. The Titans extended their losing streak to 3 games.
Men's basketball preseason is underway, and the Titans hosted Redlands this past Saturday in an exhibition game at Titan Gym.
In new Titan head coach Diedrich Taylor's debut, the Titans would take on a Redlands University squad looking to play the spoiler in an exhibition. It was all business early on as Marquise Horn says, "Get that out of here" on the block, and from one end of the floor we go to the other as Alex Harris winds up and buries the 3 to put Fullerton up early 7-4. But the Bulldogs showed some bite in them. Down 14-6, they would get 2 quick buckets to make it 10-14. But there's that guy again. Alice Harris hits the jumper and then just moments later throws down the dunk to put the Titans up by 8. The Titans would be up 44-25 at the half, and in the second half, how about some more Alex Harris? As here on the 2-on-1, he goes up and goes whoop and keeps it himself to lay it in, and then for good measure, off the missed field goal, Harris goes up and says, "I believe I could fly," and comes in for the jam. Harris was feeling it with the game-high 22 points on 10 for 12 shooting. Jared Brandon would add 20 points as the Titans rolled 108-77.
That was the intent of this game, was to try and figure out how to win, and we did. You know, we had some guys step up and make some great plays for us with their energy and their effort, and I thought we did some good things. Obviously, we've got a lot of work to do and a long season ahead of us, but I thought for the most part, we came out with a purpose.
Yeah, we wanted to get this win, but we know we're not done. We know we have to get better in certain areas, and this is just a starting point. We got young guys. We're going to make mistakes, and we understand that. So it's a good learning experience, and I think we'll do better during the season.
Even though it was an exhibition tonight, the Titans were able to get the first win for Coach Diedrich Taylor in his Titan debut while shooting 57% from the field offensively and holding Redlands to just 39% from the field. It couldn't come at any better of a time for the Titans as they have 2 tough road games to start the year, starting next Saturday at Montana State. From Titan Gym, I'm Andy Waller, Titan Sports Recap.
For the first time since 2007, Big West Cross Country Championships were hosted in San Luis Obispo. The Titan women finished 5th and the men finished 6th. Both teams recorded their best finishes at Big West Championship on Saturday at the Fairbanks Memorial Cross Country course. By scoring 147 points, this marked the best finish for the team since trying for 4th in 2008. Senior Sarah Taylor led the Titan women as her time for the 6K race was 23 minutes and 23.9 seconds to put her in 22nd place. Right behind her, sophomore Emily Taylor finished in 27th place with a time of 23 minutes and 40.9 seconds. The men's 6th place finish was the best for the program since 2006 when Fullerton scored in 5th place. With a time of 26 minutes and 43.4 seconds, Jose Penalosa led the group in the 8K course and crossed the finish line in 23rd. Fullerton will now compete at the NCAA West Regional Championship on Friday, November 15th in Sacramento, California.
That's some good stuff. Athletic Director Jim Donovan is closing in on his 1-year anniversary since taking the post. With a lot of changes in the past year, I sat down with the AD for a Q&A.
How did the Wooden Classic come to be?
Well, they had their event at the Anaheim Convention Center, and they were looking at relocating possibly to Las Vegas. And I got wind of it, so I had worked for ESPN for about 6.5 years. So I called my boss, who actually is the same division that runs and operates the tournament, and said, well, what about coming over here? We'd hate to lose you out of Southern California. It's a really nice tournament. So they came over and they checked out our facilities, and we sat down and worked out a deal.
When you took over the job, what shocked or surprised you about the athletic department?
In a general sense, and I think I said this at the Hall of Fame event, was that the budget was never added to for over a decade. Positions were lost, programs were cut. It was just slowly dying on the vine, it seemed like.
Success. For coaches, what is success for you? Is it strictly results, or is it academic excellence, or a little bit of both?
Well, I'm very results oriented, but I say results for a coach are many different things. You've got the academic concern, you've got the NCAA rules, and of course the university rules. You got the character of the student athletes that you recruit, along with your staff and yourself. You've got to be able to do all of it. It's a tough job to be a coach nowadays. It really is, because there's so many factors. But the reality is there's a lot of people that want to be a coach. A lot of people want to step up and say, hey, I would love to lead, this sport or that sport. So as a part of that, it's a tough job, but you asked for it, and we expect you to get it done.
What do you see in the future?
I really believe the future is very, very ahead. And we've had some great days here at Cal State Fullerton. I think our best days are ahead. Our most success is ahead. I really look forward to what's going to happen with baseball. I think softball and soccer programs are coming on strong. I think we made good improvements in our basketball programs. I just think the vision that I can see is starting to come into place, and we're getting support from the administration that we need. And if we can get it from alumni, the community, really the sky's the limit.
Now, we've seen all of our CSUF athletes playing hard on the field, but have you ever seen them strut their stuff on the stage? Well, last Tuesday night, the Cal State Fullerton Athletic Department gathered for the annual SAC Talent Show, featuring 14 different performances from our various teams on campus. The performances were judged on 6 different categories, ranging from school spirit to wardrobe. Coming in 3rd place was the men's golf team with a Fullerton Athletic rap. In 2nd was women's basketball with a throwback mashup dance that hit the hearts of all of us 90s kids. And women's golf won it with a silhouette dance performance that symbolized a computer screen. The top 3 winners each received Champs Cup points, a competition that goes throughout the entire school year between each team.
It was actually, me and Michaela were actually brainstorming on the airplane from one of the events, and she was like, maybe we should do that silhouette thing, and I wanted to incorporate it somehow, and this is what happened. I don't even really know how it grew.
I think we just wanted to do shadows in the dance, but not make the whole dance, and then we just kind of built off that.
In their second exhibition game, women's basketball, outscored Cal State Dominguez Hills at a close score of 45-43. For a dramatic ending, senior guard Alex Thomas put away a game-winning basket with 48 seconds left in the final half. Maya Olivier punched in 12 points with 10 coming in the second half, and she led the Titans with 8 rebounds. The Fullerton struggled in the first half, but the Titans defense bounced back strong, finishing with 8 first-half turnovers. With 6:50 left to play, Dominguez Hills' Julia Peckensteiner gave the Toros the biggest lead of the game at a score of 41-31. Yikes. However, the Titans scored 9 unanswered points to cut the Toros' lead down to 1. The Titans defense made it possible to put an end to Thomas' game-winning shot. Fullerton will open up regular season against South Dakota on Friday, November 8th at 7 p.m. at Titan Gym.
And with fall sports coming to a close, it's time to start thinking about spring. We had an opportunity to sit down with softball's junior pitcher Desiree Ybarra this week for your Get to Know Your Titan. With the softball season still a few months away, I took the time to get to know pitcher Desiree Ybarra, starting with where her softball career began.
My sister started playing, and then I was like, oh, I want to do that. I always wanted to copy her. So, that's kind of how I got into it.
When did you decide you wanted to be a pitcher?
Yeah, I remember asking my dad if I could get pitching lessons, but he said I had to make the ball to home plate first. So I went out and tried to do that.
So going into Kelly Ford's second year as head coach, how has she helped the team?
I think the way she's helped this team is unbelievable. It was just like, even from last year, it was night and day from her and our last coach. And she's a really good person on and off the field, and she just really sees the potential that we all have in us, and she really just tries to bring that out.
How are you preparing differently this season, it being your junior year?
Knowing that it's going to be done, I want to also help our younger pitchers to get them where I am now, just a little quicker, and really just enjoy this time that I'm here and take every day as it comes.
It's quiz time. What do you think is Desiree's most surprising quality?
Well, I'm not really that coordinated. I know it's a joke on the team, I can't even ride a scooter because I have fallen a couple times.
And lastly, how is the team preparing for the upcoming season?
We know our potential now, and really just seeing and trying to put it into action, have a little more urgency in our practices and just fundamentals and little things.
Titan softball begins February 7th against Loyola Marymount at 1 p.m. And now, time for your Titan Timeline. Volleyball comes back for a 3-game homestand, starting off with UC Riverside on November 9th and rounding it out against Long Beach State on November 16th. Women's soccer hosts the Big West Conference Tournament at Titan Stadium beginning this Thursday, November 7th. Titans take on Cal Poly in their semifinal matchup at 7:30. The championship game will be held on Sunday, November 10th. Men's soccer finishes up their last 2 regular season games with a match at home on Wednesday, November 6th and on Saturday, November 9th at UC Riverside. Women's basketball preseason is fully underway with games against South Dakota on November 8th and Fresno State on November 16th.
And remember all of our social media outlets. You can catch our entire video highlight library on our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/TitanSportsRecap. Follow us on Twitter. Our handle is @CSUF Sports Recap. Find us on Facebook for all updates on Fullerton Athletics. Check us out on Instagram for behind-the-scenes photos. Follow us at Titan Sports Recap.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode. From all of us here at Titan Sports Recap, I'm Kaylee Krish.
And I'm Garsh Valsunga. See you guys next time.